Hello, everyone. Laura Schwint here. I hope everyone's having a great night. I hope you're not spending too much time running back and forth to the grocery store, forgetting things like we have been. But anyway, it is the holidays officially, I guess. So Thanksgiving coming up here, and just a time of year that we spend a lot of time with friends and family and celebrating and being social. And that can be very challenging for people that are lonely. And there was a poll, and I'm not quite sure what type of poll it was, but a poll that over half the people in the United States that were polled stated that they were lonely, and that the younger generation, Gen Z, had the highest numbers of lonely people. So it's kind of significant. So hi, Mary. Hi, Bernie. How are you guys? Nice to see you. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And one thing about somebody that is lonely, just because somebody is alone, maybe they live alone or are away or something, doesn't necessarily mean they're lonely. So those can be two different things, and something to think about there. Also, sometimes lonely people have a lot of stress when they're pushed into too many social situations. So that can be kind of overwhelming for them and can actually create more loneliness. So something to think about if there is somebody that you know that you feel is lonely, pushing them to do social events might be a little too much for them. Sometimes a lonely person, just a little more self-care can actually be the best thing for them. So hi, big sis. So just some tips if you are feeling lonely or you know someone that's feeling lonely, is socializing in moderation. So sometimes it can be stressful feeling like you've got to go to everything. Every social event with friends and family sometimes can be just a little too much. So picking the social events that are the most meaningful to you and doing those and being okay with saying no to some of them. Another big one is technology. So using technology, but not abusing it. So obviously when we're on technology, especially the social networks, we see everybody socializing and everybody's perfect lives, and we feel like we might be missing out. So focusing too much on that can actually make you feel lonelier. But you can use social or technology to be social with things like Skype and FaceTime. So somebody that maybe lives far away from somebody that they care about, you can do Skype, FaceTime, and that can help you feel less lonely. So I thought that was an interesting balance. Let's see. Oh, this is a good one. If you're feeling lonely, one of the best things that you can do is volunteer. So hi, Valerie. Good to see you. I just messaged you. Volunteering can make you feel useful and valuable to somebody else. And a lot of times that can help ease the feeling of loneliness. So I know this time of year there's a lot of volunteer opportunities. There is all the time. So search out some volunteer opportunities, and that can help you with your loneliness. And then if, let's say, there was an event that you didn't get invited to or something that's making you feel lonely, plan an all-absorbing activity to keep your mind busy on something else instead of focusing on maybe what you're missing out on. So I don't know, for example, you didn't get invited to the dinner. Maybe what you do is plan your own extravagant meal and spend all day cooking and getting it ready. And then maybe invite somebody else that you feel might enjoy it. Picking up a really good new book and just saying, I'm going to sit down this day and I'm going to read it from cover to cover. That would be something. Physical activity has been shown to decrease loneliness. So getting out and doing something, going for a walk, going to the gym, going, somewhere and getting in a pool and taking a swim. So those are all things that could kind of absorb your time instead of focusing on what you're missing out on. So that is a good one. And then equilibrium. And this is true for so many things, but we tend to feel better when we are well rested, when we're eating properly, and we are hydrated, drinking water, and moving, exercising in some way, shape, or form. So there's actually been documented studies that show that sleep deprivation can actually increase your feelings of loneliness, and exercise and activity can actually decrease. I think especially if you do your physical activity sometimes at a gym, you can feel part of a community. Well, hi Naomi, how are you? And that can obviously help with some loneliness. So just some things to think about, and definitely if you see somebody that you feel is lonely, think about these things and try not to, force them into situations, but maybe be a little bit cognizant of what they're going through. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope everybody has a wonderful, festive, safe Thanksgiving. Don't eat romaine lettuce, I guess, so that's kind of a bummer. But one thing that I know that helps me during this time of year, definitely with loneliness, is just some of the communities that I'm a part of. Being able to Skype with people that I'm close to that are far away, or just messaging with some of those communities that I'm part of. So if you'd like more information about any of that, please just send me a message, or Skype me, or FaceTime me, anything like that, private message me. Anyway, time to go. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for joining, all you guys. Cheers. Good night.